Soaked trash and couches are piled up on the side of the road after February flooding in Waverly.
Flood victims believe it could have been prevented if the local creek had been cleaned out properly. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen talked with them today as they are begging officials to fix the problems.
The city of Waverly turned into a raging river during February flooding.
The water come through here, it was like whitecapping, pounding the doors and the walls, and somebody got in it, they couldn't get out of it.
Cows stood on islands, and kids who couldn't swim stood on furniture to not drown.
They sent an army truck down to get us, and about this time, my kids are standing up on the recliner trying to stay dry.
Libby says she lost almost everything when Trace Creek overwhelmed her street. Her home is not livable and has a stench.
It stinks so bad, and it makes me upset every time.
In addition to home cleanup, flood debris now lines the streets. According to flood victims, Trace Creek rose so high that it picked up massive sheds and moved them to the other side of this property.
It's like a war zone.
James Hedges' business was underwater next to two schools that were closed for a week due to flooding.
That shouldn't have happened.
He believes this could have been prevented if Trace Creek had been cleaned out.
There's stumps in the creek, trees. Why can't they move them out?
Today I found an entire trash can and what looks like part of a bridge in the creek.
You can look just down there and see all of our things washed away in the creek. They haven't moved any of that stuff.
Carrie Moore was emotional as she lives in a public housing complex that flooded.
We were all affected, and we need somebody to come and help.
According to the mayor of Waverly, this will happen again. He said they need the state to loosen up on permit costs and regulations so they can dredge Trace Creek more. In the meantime, flood victims are left bracing for impact again.
I'm worried when it rains now.
Reporting in Waverly, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Alexandra. According to the mayor of Waverly, they are only allowed to dredge within 200 feet of bridges without a permit. Now, the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation says the city can get a permit to dredge more of the creek, but the mayor says that it's extremely expensive and ties up resources.